What is going on YouTube, it's Sankey, we're back with another one. Hey, before I kick things off, if you're looking to level up as an investor, check out the link down below to the Patreon and join our team of investors over at the Discord. Alright guys, so some of the channel players that are in the portfolio, they're making moves out there on the field today. So I want to ensure you guys aren't missing this, but also ensuring you guys are doing everything possible to be getting all the monetary benefits that are on the cards. So I've got jam-packed on for you, so do make sure you stick this one all the way through for me. Now before I get to things, I'm going to need you guys to hit that like button for me, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Before we get to it, let's take a look at the portfolio. So as you can see, we've kicked off the week right. We're up about 1,000 today in the portfolio. But the moral of the story is I want you guys to remain focused and vigilant with me right now because the market's still deciding on what it wants to do. So I don't want you guys to get too caught up in the euphoria of these green days. You guys know we're still on a mission to pick up those cheap plays with very good growth potential because they're going to make us mega money down the line. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, a couple of our plays are blowing up right now. So I want to make sure you guys are set with a strategy on what to do. Now, I've called out these plays several times. So hopefully you guys managed to grab your position in these ones as they continue to run up. If you didn't, don't worry, there's still going to be opportunity, but we just need to approach it correctly. All right, guys, we're going to waste no time. Let's jump into our first one. So we're going to kick things off with General Electric, ticker symbol GE. Now, if you guys remember, I gave you the call out for this one last week after they announced their reverse stock split. Now, I've seen everything in the markets before, and when there's an opportunity, I'm going to let you guys know so we can pounce on it. Let me tell you guys what happened. So after they announced that reverse stock split, you had a lot of investors selling out of this one because they're afraid this is now going to lose its appeal by being a triple-digit play. But you guys know we didn't panic over here. We saw it as an opportunity because it's going to open them up to a new class of investors. So those of you who stuck to the strategy, you guys are now in the money. They're up a respectable amount on the day for this one. Now, what you guys need to know is week in, week out, the markets are going to try and continuously test you by throwing different things at you to try and derail you from the course and get you guys to sell out of your positions. Now, in the case of GE, it's the announcement that they reversed stock split. If you guys remember, just last week, we had a ton of short sellers come out and attack our plays, Skills, Vuzi, and others. Now, all of this we call noise. And what you guys must do is brush past this. When we're investing into these plays, remember, we invest for the fundamentals. If you're able to just focus on that, you're going to come out successful. So GE currently standing at $3.35. Guys, in the short term, this is a $15 play. So what you guys want to do is you want to load up on the pullback. So if you see a pullback on the day, 2 to 3%, that's the time to enter this one. Don't enter this play when it's running up on the green. In the medium term, this is an $18 play. Now with GE, you got to remember you're investing into a company that's cleaning up their balance sheet, stripping out their non-core operations, and just focusing on what they need to be successful in the future. All right, guys, let's jump into our next one. Our next, that's Growth Generation, ticker symbol GRWG. You guys know this is one of our core growth plays that we have within the portfolio. And right now, this one's moving up with some ferocious speed. Look at that week's performance, guys, up 41%. And you guys know I gave you the call out for this one several times over the last couple of days. So I'm just hoping you managed to load up on this play. I want to put something on your radar. Today, they've gone out ahead and announced another acquisition, and that's expanded their portfolio offering. Now, when it comes to management teams, the one backing Growth Generation is second to none. They're very focused on just taking their business to the next level. And because of this, I remain very bullish on this play hitting all of their objectives up until the end of the year. And you guys know if they do that, that's going to translate to continued increase in that stock price. Now, if you guys look, they're creeping back up to their all-time high, which is in the mid 60s. So I don't want you guys to miss the train on this one. Now let's talk entry point on this one, guys. If you can catch them in the 50, 51 or 52 region, consider adding this one to your portfolio. Like I say, guys, this one's going back up to the mid 60s, and then from the mid 60s, it's into the 70s. This one's going to end the year in the high 80s. Our next play, that's Golden Nugget, ticker symbol GNOG, currently standing at $17.91. Now, when I say to you guys, it's only a matter of time before justice is served in the stock market. Here you can see with this play, it unfolding before your very eyes. So performance on the week up over 30%. This one's going to continue to climb. It's got a long way to go. Now, if you guys remember, it got beaten down not only just because of the general market condition, but it had some warrants on there which is causing downwards pressure on that stock price. So if you guys don't already have your position in Golden Nugget, they're in the buy zone right now, ready for you guys to scoop up. Not only is this an undervalued play, there's a lot of growth potential with this one as more states come online, and I've got a keen eye out on New York. Now, this is the same thing that applies to DraftKings, same thing that applies to Penn National Gaming. All the plays are in the portfolio that are in that gambling gaming space. So I know this one's flying under the radar right now because I've seen a lot of your portfolios and this is one that a lot of you guys are missing, so do scoop them up, add them to the portfolios. And with my end of year price target at $30 and the current price at $17, there's some good upside up for grabs on this one. Next, we have DMTK, ticker symbol DMTK. Now, I've been pounding the drum on this one over the last couple of days for you guys to get your positions, because when it comes to these plays, I'm giving you the high growth plays with big potential, and the investors, they're starting to realize that now. That's why you've seen that stock price bid up almost 13% today. Now, DMTK, they've broken into the $60 region, but I do think you guys are going to get the opportunity to grab this one again in the 50s on a slight pullback. So I want you guys to ensure you've got your eyes peeled on this one. Do make sure you've got your alerts set, you've got your limit buys set on this play. This is a play with big potential because there's a large addressable market for their skin cancer detection product. So make sure you guys have got your eyes peeled on this one. Alright guys, so those are the plays you guys are set and ready with a strategy to continue crush these ones as we move forward. Now, if you guys remember earlier, I was talking about some of the challenges the market's going to throw at you to try and pull you off course. But what you guys need to ensure is you're not letting your emotions get the better of you and you're not panic selling out of these positions. Now, we call that weak hands. That's important for you guys to know that right now, because we see a lot of the plays running up at the moment, but you guys need to know the market's still deciding on what it wants to do. So these plays are still sensitive to adverse news. Now, as our plays make their journey back up to the top, we are going to get those red days. So I don't want you guys spooked out by any short seller attacks or delisting fears that never actually materialize, but made you guys sell out of your positions early. Because what I'm trying to do is get you guys to maximize the return you make on our plays. Now, I'm not going to be able to get back to all of you, but do remember we've got a strong community. So before you even consider panic selling, do drop a message down below in the comment section, or if you're a patron, leave a message in the Discord. One of our community members will get back to you, get you back on track, and ensure there's no weak hands. Got to remember, with whatever noise the market throws at you, just always ask yourself the question, does it change the fundamentals of the business? Does it stop them achieving the revenue they want, hitting that profitability number they want? If it doesn't, it's probably a case that you guys want to ignore the noise. Alright guys, been rocking with the channel, you know what time it is. The question is, you make great suggestions in regards to when to take profit, but when would you exit a position completely? When you see a downtrend, when you see more risk than reward, or would you never leave a position? Alright, so this is a great question. Let's dive into this. Now, there's several conditions which would lead me to exiting a position completely. I'm going to give you guys 5. Let's first start with penny stock plays. Now, if I jump into a penny stock play, I see that blow up 100%, 200% very quickly, and I can't justify why it's trading at that level. It's time to exit that position completely, net those profits. Now, if I still believe in that play, short, medium, or long term, I can catch the dip and reinvest. Guys, the second is if you jump into a penny stock play, your broker, like a trading 2-on-2, slaps on a buy restriction, so no buys are allowed with that play anymore. At that point in time, it's time to exit that position, because to continually drive that stock price up, you need as much buying volume as possible. The third is if I've got too many plays in the portfolio. I'm always monitoring my portfolio, and if I go above the number of plays that I'm comfortable having in the portfolio, it's time to exit some of those plays. The next is if I've jumped into a play and management have said they're going to deliver X amount of revenues by the end of the year, call it 50 million, halfway through the year or a quarter of the way through the year, they come out and revise that number downwards to 10 million, let's say. They're not going to deliver on their business objectives. It's time to exit that position completely. Now, I'm going to give you a last one. Now, if I have a dividend play in the portfolio and they cut their dividend completely, and this isn't a dividend play that shows any sign of growth, it's time to exit that position. Alright guys, so that wraps things up. Do hit the like button for me, it helps the channel out. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Also check out link down below to the Patreon, where you can get access to our Discord and join our team of investors over there. Now, as we progress through the week, I'm coming at you guys with a ton more videos to ensure that you guys are prepped and ready to dominate another week in the stock market with me. Now, as I always say, check into the channel each and every day. Stock market is rapidly moving, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.